Hi everybody, so today I want to talk about how to field strip your AR-15 or M16 style rifle. So let's get started. First thing you're going to want to do is make sure the weapon's safe, pull back on the charging handle, visually inspect that you do not have a round in the chamber. We're good to go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to push out these two takedown pins, one on each side, slide them out like so. You're going to remove the lower receiver from the upper receiver. Now with your lower receiver, what you're going to do is there's a little pin right in here. You're going to depress this section, push that pin down. It can be kind of a bitch sometimes. And slide out your spring. Alright, that section's done. Next, on the upper receiver, you're going to pull back on the charging handle, remove your bolt carrier group and the charging handle itself. Alright, now we're going to get in a little bit closer. I'm going to show you guys how to disassemble the bolt carrier group as well as the bolt. What you're going to want to do first is remove your firing pin retaining pin right here. You can pull that out with your fingernail like so. The firing pin itself should slide right out of the bolt carrier group. If not, you want to make sure you're keeping that clean. If there's any grit or grease in there, it could cause a light primer strike, which would obviously be an issue. You're going to depress the bolt, turn your bolt cam pin 90 degrees. Again, it should drop right out. Set that off to the side. From here, your bolt should slide right out like so. Now to remove the extractor from the bolt, I'm going to take my firing pin. I'm going to push out the extractor pin, okay? And I'm going to complete that process using your firing pin retaining pin. Push that all the way through. Do not lose that extractor pin. Okay, this thing's very small and you don't want it flying across the room. It's hard to locate that. So from there, your extractor should lift right out. Now to reassemble, you're just going to put the extractor back in. Basically just going to reverse the steps we just did. You're going to reinsert. Now you got to put a little bit of pressure on the extractor itself. There's an extractor spring in there. If you don't have a little bit of pressure, it's not going to go in easy. So once you got a little bit of pressure, you're going to push that in. I like to use the end of my firing pin to continue to seat that all the way down in there, and then I'll actually use the tip again to make sure it's flush on both sides. So looking good. I'm going to reinsert the bolt. Now you want to make sure that the extractor is on the right hand side of the weapon. That bolt cam pin is only going to go in one way, so if this is set up for a right-handed shooter, it needs to be on the right hand side. Reinsert your bolt cam pin, twist it 90 degrees, drop your firing pin back in. Once the firing pin's in, you will reinsert your firing pin retaining pin. And for the purpose of reassembly, you will need to make sure that the bolt is on the out position, locked out like so. Otherwise, it's not going to reinsert back into the weapon. So now that we've got our bolt carrier group back together, what we're going to do is we're going to install the charging handle. It slides into two little grooves inside the upper receiver. You're going to slide it in just a little bit. Make sure the bolt's out. Okay, if it's pressed in, it's not going to work. So got to make sure that bolt's out. Slide it back in like so. You're going to reinstall the spring back into the receiver extension. Slides in like so. You're going to mate the upper and lower receivers. Reinstall your two takedown pins. Now from here, you're going to want to perform a function check to make sure you didn't miss any steps. Charge the weapon. Press the trigger. Then you're going to hold the trigger down. Hammer drops. Now you're going to listen for the trigger to reset. You're going to charge it one more time. Listen for the reset. You're right there. And there you go. That's how you field strip your AR-15 or M16 style rifle. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon.